everybody. Welcome to YouTube. I don't know. Welcome to today. The Sam is back with me. We are getting ready to show you guys some back exercises. So we're going to show you and my name is Manny Milla, and we are going to show you some back exercises for wide row, narrow grip row, and reverse flies. And we're going to show you some ways to kick it up a notch and some ways to modify those moves with proper form, which when you're working any part of your body is massively important, but especially when we're working the back. The number one thing that we want to do at all times during any exercise is
brace your core.
Brace our core. That doesn't mean suck in your belly button. That means brace the muscles in your abs and in your back to support the move. So let's start with the narrow row. So we'll start with the narrow row first. So Sam's got her weights, and what she's going to do, she's going to show you from the front and the back. And so you notice her arms are going to, so go ahead and take it back down. Her arms are hanging straight below her shoulders. So this is her narrow grip, and her palms are facing each other. If you could turn sideways for me. Her hips are back just a little bit, and her knees are nice and soft here. She's going to row back, keeping the elbows in at her side, and stop right at her hips. So pulling it in like right to the belly button region. Her back is nice and straight. Her neck and spine are nice and neutral. So go ahead and turn forward for me again. And we're going to go ahead and show you the way to kick it up a notch first, and then we'll show you the way to take it down a notch. So to kick it up a notch, if you want to just take a little more time under tension, what you'll do is you'll go into your row, come halfway down, and pull right back in. And so then you can just repeat that. And that's going to give you that good tight time under tension, squeezing these muscles on both sides of your spine, kind of pulling them in. Now, if you want to go ahead and drop the weights, we're going to show you the way to take it down a notch. So what's really cool about the body is your muscles, you can control them. So when you do this row, you can squeeze really tight here and hold it for a second to really engage those muscles in the back. And then you're doing the same move, working the same muscles without any weight. Awesome. Now we'll do the wide row. So for the wide row, now notice her palms are facing back to the back of the room, and her arms are out a little bit wider. So she's going to row out with her elbows coming out wide to the side. Stay in that position and turn sideways for me. And notice that her elbows are just slightly behind or back from her shoulders. So we're not coming straight out from the shoulders. You can go ahead and let it down. Now and you can just keep doing a couple of them nice and slow. So with the narrow grip row, we were pulling more here and through here. With this wide grip row, we're focusing more up here on the upper part of the back. And the elbows are going out nice and wide. And notice the weights are coming up until they're shoulder height, and we're aiming kind of for the chest, the middle of the chest. Again, core is braced, hips are back, knees are soft. Feet, for both moves, all three moves today are going to be about hip width or a little bit wider for a good base of support. Now, for the way to kick it up a notch, we're going to do the same thing that we did for the narrow grip row. So she's going to row, she's going to pulse, so just let it out halfway and then back down. That really helps you engage and stay in that squeeze. Okay, you go ahead and put it down. Now here, because we are going to be doing it with no weight, we do want to kind of make the hands get involved. So like make your hands tight. You can either make a fist or make your hands tight here and open the palms and put some energy in your fingertips and out through the palm. And then we can squeeze through here, give it a little stop at the top, give it a good squeeze at the top, and then let it down. So that's the progression for that. All right, sweet. And now we're going to go to this one. So now we're going to do a little bit of a different progression when we kick it up a notch. So this one's going to be different. Keep your eyes on the prize here because this one's hard and it's a really good one. But first, let's show you the general moves. So we're going to do reverse flies. Reverse flies because we're not using the chest and we're working on the back. You can put your feet a little wider for me, Sam, so we have a good base of support. There we go, sweet. So as she comes into her reverse fly, notice again, we're not letting the shoulders are slightly back, so turn sideways for me. The shoulders are slightly back from the elbow. Now we're pulling all up here. So we went from here to here to here. So we're working the back in 3 different segments. We're still engaging the core though, so everything is holding on to control the move. Our elbows have a nice little bend in them at the top as we squeeze. Okay, you can go ahead and stop there so you don't get too tired for the next one. Because we're going to do this one.
Yep, you're right.
All right, so now I'm going to show you a really fun and difficult move to do with your shoulders. So it's easy for me to talk about it while Sam's doing it. So what we're going to do is our arms are going to start here. We're going to bend so that our elbows are right out of our shoulders, and we're just going to open it up a little bit. So bring your elbows up a little bit more. Nope, just stay in it. Don't let it down. So you're going to stay right here, open, there you go, and squeeze the shoulder blades back. There we go. And now bring your elbows together in the front, squeeze it, and open it up. Now turn sideways for me. You notice here you're really going to have to keep your feet a little wider for me too. Really want a good base of support because of the where the weight is in our body and our center of gravity. So we really want to make sure we're really focused on a good solid center of support. Really good focus on the core here. You can go ahead and stop because I know that's a hard one. So that's our progression to make it harder. And now we're going to show you how we make it easier. Same as we did with all the other moves. So let's make those fingers nice and tight. Make the palm nice and wide. Spread out the fingers. And then just squeeze through the shoulder blades back there in the back. And this is how we take it down a notch. So when we use these modifications where we're taking down a notch, these are really great for if you are coming back from any kind of an injury or just working on trying to develop shoulder strength in general. Also, any of these moves where we drop the weight, these are really great modifications if you are in your workout and you're just got to the point where you have pushed so hard your shoulders are tapped out and your back is tapped out. Your arms have so much weight in them that if you have done that and you've pushed hard enough and you get to that modification, doing just your arm weight is still going to crush it. Right?
Right.
All right, you guys have a good one and we'll see you next time.